All right, students, time to talk about how to do your prelims because there seems to be some confusion, and let's clear that up today. As always, give a listen to that transition. All right, showing one of my sketches here. You can see there's lots of notes, there's direction. I have thought process going on with this composition. Okay, this is a prelim, it's one. You're going to see the next one coming up right now. Boom. There's not that many notes, but it's pretty simplistic, positive, negative space. So I'm trying out different ideas and I'm filling the space of the page. Some of you are drawing small. I don't want you to draw small. You draw small, you lose the details, and then when you go to the final, you're not going to see something that when it's larger than when it's smaller. You want to make sure that you know all the twists and turns that come along with it. So you can see here I'm drawing a cup, I'm shading it a little bit, I'm getting all the ideas down. I'm getting what designs I want to repeat, I got the base, and I'm drawing a side view. This is considered one drawing uh, because it's one item that I'm looking on making. I'm doing a front and a side view so I know all the view of the object that I'm going to create in the round. So I'm going to have a handle and write down how I'm going to attach stuff, how I'm going to place stuff, and now I'm drawing on my next sketch, possibly my next project, where I'm going to do a thumb bust. I'm going to write down notes. I'm going to use my thumb, so it should be hollow about the size of my thumb. I'm going to draw this out and best I can and break it down to how am I applying stuff. Even my cup, I have like, I'm going to use a coil here, I'm going to use a slab here. I'm coming up with ideas on how to build it and use the techniques I learned in class on how to build it. Same thing with this guy, coil, pinch, I want to pinch the clay into position, this, that, and the other thing. I'm making sure I have a clear idea of how I'm going to attach the muscles, how I'm going to build stuff. I'm even going to write tools. Look, it's just about the size of my hand. That's about the smallest as you should get with any of your prelims, about the size of your hand. If it is way smaller than your hand, it's too small of a prelim. It should be about the hand size or larger. Okay? It doesn't have to just be pencil. I want a good plan. Because if you don't have a good plan, you haven't thought ahead on this, then what ends up happening is everybody ends up nervous about taking the next step and doing something because they don't know how it's going to turn out. That's why we're doing the prelims, to smoothing out that transition area when we're working on stuff, so we already know where we're going and how we're getting there. Okay? I want you to have more than enough confidence that even if something messes up, you know you're going to take care of it because you've already planned for it. I can't not like help a whole bunch of people at one time if they come across something because they didn't plan ahead and want to know how I would fix it. It can only get to one person. There's a lot of people in your class that it's going to take more time. It's going to slow you down. It's going to make the process even more dreary. That's why I want to do the prelims. We make all of our mistakes ahead of time before the final product so that you're cool, you're confident, and you know how to handle how you're going to build it. So you can see here I'm coloring the bust in. I'm using colored pencils. You can use any media you want. Colored pencils is pretty good. And I'm going to use analogous colors, so I'm probably going to paint this and paint it in washes or layers, probably starting with the yellow and the blue first and overlaying it with the green so I can get the highlights, the shadows, and the midtones. And I'm going to use complementary colors in the eyes to really offset it because they're color opposites. So color opposite of green is red, so I'm going to use red and pink in the eyes to give it a spooky look. Now, see, I'm even getting that close, and look at that. Look at that. That's a busted pencil I'm painting with, or I'm drawing with. Busted. The lead's about ready to fall out. Look at that. Like a pro. Like a boss. Look at that. I'm writing down analogous colors, complementary colors, so I have a clear plan. Because if it could be, if it's over the weekend, I come back to this, I'm not going to know what I was thinking. But if I write it down, it's going to give me hints to exactly know what I was thinking and where I can take it from there. And it just doesn't have to be colored pencils. You could put markers in here too. You're going to see me color markers, putting down the colors that I might want to glaze it when it's done, or paint it when it's done, either with acrylic or watercolors. I'm coloring it in. I'm leaving some highlights, and then I'm going to put some shadows in here. This brown is a really dark brown. It doesn't quite do what I'd like it to do, but hey, it's giving me the plan of what to look for and how to do it. And you can see me coloring it in, getting an idea, trying to give it a 2D form on paper. And this doesn't matter if it's 1D, 2D, or 3 dimensions that you're working with for your preliminaries. This will all work. I want a good, precise plan on how to accomplish what you're looking to accomplish.